formally start our day, let us first ask the guidance of our Almighty Father in prayer to be followed by our national anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, telas ng sinangalan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bangaw, ay hinatang tulakawin sa paglayang minamahal. Ang islang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihiling, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidinig. Lumalang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Ayun guys, okay, so how are you feeling right now? So hope you are doing fine. Mukhang excited na ba kayo? Excited na ba kayo? Mukhang excited na kayo para sa seminar na to, no? So for the opening remarks, let us now call on Miss Sharina Sanglay.
Hello! Kumusta kayong lahat? I hope everybody is doing well. Before anything else, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Sharina Preciosa Sanglay, a clinical intern of Soul Psychological Services. I would like to welcome you on this webinar entitled, Don't Stress the Myth, Discover the Truth, and Relax. As a health worker and a student, nag-aaral, nagtatrabaho, hindi ako mahiya na magsasabi na I face stress. Multitasking eh. At hindi lang din naman ako yung nag-iisang nakakaramdam niyan. Lahat tayo pwedeng makaramdam ng stress. The good thing is, pwede naman tayong matuto through book, through internet. But at this time, nandito naman kami and we are so willing to share our knowledge with you about stress. Ako mismo gusto kong magkaroon ng fruitful insight from this webinar and I believe kayo din. Kaya samahan nyo kaming makinig at matuto. And I would like to say na meron pala tayong Q&A portion after ng ating discussion. And I hope you will enjoy the entire session. Have a great time. Stay tuned.
Yes, thank you so much, Sharina, for that motivational speech. We are now really excited to be part of this webinar. You are right. We all experience stress and this webinar will surely help us. Okay guys, if you have questions later, sabi nga ni Miss Sharina, merong question and answer portion mamaya. So ready na ba kayo? Ikaw Joven, ready ka na ba?
Oo naman, I'm super excited for today's program kasi we get to tackle our everyday problem, which is stress. And well, to tell you guys, super stressed ako this month because of the research and OJT requirements. And I just feel like I need a good advice on how I can manage it. And I believe marami akong matututunan dito sa webinar na ito. Ikaw, Bolander, do you feel any stress right now?
Well, I don't feel any stress right now. Joke lang. Syempre, oo. Kasi may good stress and bad stress naman, di ba? Good stress yung nararamdaman ko ngayon kasi excited na ako na matuto kasabay ng ating mga listeners sa kung paano nga ba ma-handle ang stress.
Well, that's good to hear. Right now, good stress din ang nararamdaman ko kasi I am excited to be part of this team, giving our participants a learning experience about stress. Well, tama ng chika, and let us start. But before that, we want to hear the pulse of our audiences, and we want to ask everybody, what makes you feel stressed right now? Choose the best response. Choose the best response showing on our poll in front of your screen.
Ayan, so ito na yung results nung ano nga ba nagpapastress sa ating mga listeners, no? So 76% nangunguna is academic, 41% financial, tapos 12% is relationship. So ayun yung ating top 3. Well, it's common naman talaga na academic kasi ang hirap talaga mag-aral. Lalong-lalo na ngayon sa mga ating mga college students na panahon ng thesis, panahon ng mga qualifying exams, prelims, 'di ba? So we understand you. Pero don't worry kasi huwag kayong mag-alala dahil mamaya tuturuan namin kayo paano nga ba mag-handle ng stress.
Well, thank you all for your responses. Ngayon na nalaman na natin na ang common stressor among our audiences is the academic, financial. Gusto din naming malaman on a scale of no stress to extreme stress. How stressed are you right now? Choose the best response from our poll showing in front of your screen.
Gaano nga kaya ka-stress ang ating mga listeners, no, Joven?
May sumagot na kaagad. Ayan.
Sana naman hindi sila masyadong stress.
Oh, sana nga.
Ako kanina hindi ako stress pero ngayon stress na ako.
So nakuraratel ako kasi sobrang ang dami, overwhelm ako ngayon, na kinakabahan kasi nga I got to talk to in front of many
Yeah.
people. So sobrang kinakabahan ako.
But it feels good, no? Kasi we get to
share our
educate them.
learning. Yes.
Yeah.
Ayan. Let's end the poll na and share the results.
And the results showed that 47% most of our listeners have high stress, 35% have moderate stress, and 12% have extreme stress. Medyo nakakabahala, no, na merong 12% ng ating mga listeners nakakaranas ng extreme stress. Pero huwag silang mag-alala. Joven, bakit nga ba hindi sila dapat mag-alala?
Kasi we got you with this. Here in this webinar, we will be discussing what stress is, some of the misconception about stress, and even tips and suggestions on how we mitigate our own stresses. So what are we waiting for? Let's start by calling my co-host, Lander, to discuss Stress 101.
Hi guys! So, kamusta naman kayo dyan? So, on this segment, I am going to discuss to you what is stress with the definition, various type, common causes, and symptoms. So, what is stress nga ba? So stress is characterized as a condition of anxiety or mental tension brought on by challenging circumstance. So this definition is brought to you by World Health Organization. No, so stress is a normal human reaction that motivates us to deal with problems and dangers in our lives. So take note, stress is a normal human reaction. Everyone goes through periods of stress. So lahat tayong mga individual nakakaranas ng stress. And how we handle stress has a significant impact on how we feel overall. So, yeah, normal na nakakaranas tayo lahat ng stress, pero yung sa kung paano natin handle yung stress, doon nga lamang nagkakaroon ng pagkakaiba. Tapos, alam na natin yung stress, ano naman yung mga tatlong types ng stress. So, first type of stress is acute stress. So acute stress, this is the normal kind of stress na nararamdaman natin or nararanasan natin tuwing nakaka-experience tayo ng something challenging na bago. For example, you are going to ride a roller coaster for the first time. You are going to feel stress, pero that is acute stress only. So question, harmful nga ba ang acute stress sa katawan or sa atin? Hindi po, kasi normal lang po siya. Next naman na type of stress is episodic acute stress. So ano naman pinagkaiba niya? Episodic acute stress. So from the keyword acute stress, episodic. So episodic acute stress is acute stress that's being experienced often. So lagi-lagi mo nang nararanasan itong acute stress. So masama na ba siya sa ating katawan? Yes po. Maaari siyang magdulot ng anxiety or depression kapag lumala or patuloy pa rin siyang nararanasan. Ano naman yung mga karaniwang nakakaranas nito? For example, mga firefighters, mga lawmakers, or mga police, kasi sila di ba lagi nasa mga frontline. Pwede din yung mga call center agent kasi araw-araw nakakaranas sila ng stress. And lastly is chronic stress. Ito naman yung pinaka-delikado sa lahat. Kasi ito yung mataas na talaga yung level ng stress. So ito, masama din siya sa katawan natin. Ano-ano yung mga pwedeng mangyari if hindi natin makokontrol yung chronic stress? Here are the following. So anxiety, cardiovascular diseases, depression, high blood pressure, or weakened immune system. So that's why it's really important to know or to learn how we can control or handle our own stress. Okay, so next naman na pag-aaralan natin, saan nga ba nakukuha ang stress? Ano-ano yung mga common causes? So unang-una, financial problems. Well, this is quite common guys, no? Kasi financial problem is really causing a stress to you. Lalong-lalo na if you need to buy something or if you need to pay for something and you don't know where you are going to get the money to pay for it. No, so next naman is work. Work-related stress kasama talaga yan sa mga top stressors here and abroad. Kasi sa work, nandun lahat ng pressure, ang hirap ng trabaho, pagod ka na, hindi ka na nakakapagpahinga. Next naman is personal relationship. O baka itatanong nyo, bakit kasama yung personal relationship dyan, di ba? Kapag meron kang jowa or meron kang mga friends, hindi ka dapat may stress, di ba? Kasi masaya yon. Well, hindi naman kasi laging ganun yung case. So minsan, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga issue or nagkakaroon tayo ng mga tampuhan with our mga romantic partners or with our friends, and that also causes stress with us. Next naman, parenting. This fourth stressor is this is really a stressor. Bakit? Mahirap magpalaki ng bata. So sa ating mga children dyan, sa ating mga listeners na mga anak katulad ko, huwag na natin bigyan pa ng karagdagang stress ng ating mga magulang. Next naman, busy life. Busy life, bakit siya stressor? Kasi if you are really busy, you don't have time to rest, your sleep is being deprived, hindi ka masyado nakakatulog. If you have busy life, you don't have time to do the things that makes you happy and that causes you stress. And lastly, personality. Ayun naman, baka nagtatanong na naman kayo. Personality. Paano naman nasali sa causes of stress yung personality? Well, we have different personality. Each of us, we have different personality. So we have different outlook on life. What might be stressful for me is not stressful for you, and what might be stressful for you is not stressful for me. And next naman that we are going to study is the symptoms of stress. So, I'm going to give you a few pero marami pa yan. So, first symptom na pag-aaralan natin is difficulty in relaxing and results in a range of emotion. Yeah, di ba? Totoo yan. Habang nakakaranas tayo ng stress, nahihirapan tayong mag-relax. And iba-ibang emotion na naramdaman natin. most common is we are being agitated. O minsan di tayo mapakali kasi nga stress tayo. Next naman, we may find it difficult to concentrate. So for example, you are in school and stress ka kasi kunyari hindi nagre-reply yung jowa mo. So hindi ka makakapag-focus doon, hindi ka makakapag-concentrate sa school. Hindi mo magigets yung tinuturo ng prof mo. Next naman, headaches, other body pains, an upset stomach, or trouble sleeping. Yeah, this is the most common symptoms of stress. Kapag stress tayo, minsan masakit yung ulo natin, di ba? Ang sakit. Sumasakit yung iba't ibang parte ng katawan natin. For example, our back, our shoulders, and we also experience upset stomach. And pinakahuli, hindi tayo nakakatulog ng maayos. Ano pa ba? Ito pa, sudden loss or increase in appetite. Kapag stressing tayo, minsan wala tayong ganang kumain, or kabaliktaran naman, kapag stress tayo, kain tayo ng kain. Kahit kakatapos lang natin kumain, kakain ulit tayo kasi nagugutom agad tayo. Next, increased consumption of alcohol, tobacco, or other substances. So, what are the commonalities between these three, alcohol, tobacco, and other substances? People tend to use these products kasi nagbibigay siya ng relaxation. And napag-usapan nga natin kanina na when you are stressed, you have problems relaxing. And people consume alcohol, tobacco to help them relax. And lastly, exacerbated mental health conditions, most commonly anxiety and depression. So ayun nga, kapag lagi-lagi tayo nai-stress or mataas lagi yung stress levels natin, nakakapag-induce siya ng anxiety and depression. So makinig tayo later ha, para alam natin kung paano natin makokontrol and ma-handle yung ating mga stress levels.
Ayun, thank you so much, Thunder, for enlightening us about stress. Ang daming information na ngayon ko lang nalaman about stress, and I believe magiging helpful siya for me in identifying and mitigating the stress I feel.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. And anything that can help you or the people na nakikinig right now.
Well, alam mo ba, marami ding myths and misconception about stress. And lately, ang dami kong nababasa sa internet about stress, and sobrang dami niya. Hindi ko na alam kung fake news ba siya or totoo.
Yeah, ayan nga din eh. Marami ko nababasa na information tungkol dyan sa internet. So, check nga natin if yung mga nababasa natin ay myth or fact.
Yeah, so one post says that stress is bad for the body and it can have a detrimental effects on individuals. Is it a myth or a fact? But before we answer that, let's hear the pulse of our audiences. Do you think stress is bad for the body? Just choose the best response from the poll showing in front of your screen. Yun, marami nagsasabi na yes, Lander. So far,
Kaya nga eh. Ano nga ba talaga? Kasi alam mo, bata pa lang ako, nalilito na talaga ako eh. Hindi ko alam if masama nga ba yung stress sa katawan natin or mabuti.
And so far, 71% na ng ating participants nagsasabi na yes ang ating yes ang sagot dito sa ating tanong. So, I'll end the poll na since it's majority na nag-respond. So, yeah, I'll share the results. There you go.
Okay. So ayan, the results showed that 59% of our listeners answered yes, while 41% answered no. So ano nga ba talaga yung sagot, no? Stress is bad for the body. Is that a myth or a fact? Well, to answer you guys, that is a myth. Bakit? First, dahil there are good stress and bad stress. So stress is not really bad. Ang stress, parte na talaga siya, normal reaction siya ng katawan natin. So what are the example of good stress? For example, kinasal ka, that is a happy situation, pero you feel stress, that is good stress. Ano pa ba? Kapag sumakay ka nga ng roller coaster, that is really thrilling for you, you feel stress, pero that is good stress. And guys, hindi masama ang stress sa katawan natin. Ang masama lang kapag masyado nang mataas yung level ng stress na hindi natin nakokontrol. Kaya kailangan talaga aralin natin kung paano ma-handle ang stress. Okay?
Ganun pala yun. Ang stress pala ay mabuti rin pala sa ating katawan. Buti na lang nandyan ka to clarify. Alam mo ba, after that post, I also read na stress din is the same for everyone since pare-pareho naman tayo nakakaranas nun. True kaya yun or false? So mga netizens, you have the power to vote for the right. So choose the best response from our poll showing in front of your screen.
Go, Tony.
Thank you, Bianca. Ayun, so far, majority pa ng responses natin, nagsasabi na no. Ayun. So, I'll end the poll now since majority naman na ng participants natin ang nakapag-respond. So, I'll share the result na right away. There you go.
Yan. So, 94% nagsabi ng no, tapos meron 6% na nagsabi ng yes. Stress is same for everyone. So, I'm glad na 94% nagsabi ng no kasi tama kayo. Stress is not the same for everyone. So, there are different stressors for each of us, and what might be stressful for me is not stressful for you, and what might be stressful for you is not stressful for me. Okay? So, iba-iba siya.
Oo nga, kasi nga pala we have different environment and each of us has different approach. So hindi pare-pareho yung level of at kind ng stress na nararamdaman natin. Ngayon, since napag-usapan din naman natin yung stress, lately kasi I've tried to do some ritual like meditation and sobrang nakatulong siya for me. So I've come up with a conclusion na meditation works for all. And nakita ko rin kasi yun sa internet. So, is it true ba na tried and tested stress-busting techniques works for everyone? I wanna hear it from our netizens. Kaya naman, napagkakataon nyo na para ipakita ang inyong boses. Kaya choose the best response showing from the poll on your screen.
Ayan ka na naman, Tony. Ang dami mo na naman tanong. Pero wag kang mag-alala, sasagutan natin yan after the poll.
Yes, ay hati ang responses ng ating madlang people. Nakikita ko na majority naman nagsasabi ng no, pero malapit lang ang kanilang responses from yes. So we'll just wait a bit para makuha natin yung majority ng responses. So, ayan, there you go. I have now the majority of responses. I'll share the results now.
Okay. Ayan, so the results showed that 72% answered no, while 28% answered yes. So ano nga ba talaga yung sagot? Well, this is a myth. Bakit? Kasi tried and tested busting technique does not work for everyone. Bakit? Kasi nga iba-iba tayo ng stress na nararamdaman. So iba-iba rin tayo dapat ng approach doon. Kagaya nga nasabi mo kanina, ginawa mo, nag-meditate ka, di ba? Ginagawa ko yan dati nung nai-stress ako sa pag-aaral ko, pero hindi naman siya gumagana. Parang lalo lang ako na-stress. So ayun, dapat yung stress-busting techniques, hindi siya gine-generalize kasi maaaring gumagana siya sa'yo, pero hindi siya gagana sa akin.
Yan. Oo nga pala, since marami nga din kasing coping techniques dyan, and each of us has different coping strategies. So of course, not everyone will have the same technique. So gusto ko rin i-raise, since may mga stress-busting techniques dyan, can we really eliminate stress? Ano kaya ang saloobin ng ating mga netizens? Choose the best response from our poll showing in front of your screen.
Alam mo, that's that's a really good question. Can we really eliminate stress? Gusto ko rin talaga malaman yung sagot eh. Kasi
Tingnan mo,
nakakalito talaga siya. Kasi di ba, nai-stress ka, tapos may stress busting technique. Kaya niya kaya tanggalin stress.
yes, akala ko sige naman kunyari kapag na-feel relax ka na, feel mo wala ng stress. So,
Oo.
siguro wala na talaga yung stress kapag meditate ka or gumamit ka ng ibang mga stress-busting techniques. So, I have now the majority of responses coming from our participants. So, I'll end the poll now and then I'll share the results to you guys. Ayan, there you go.
Okay, so medyo dikit yung laban. So, 55% answered no and 45% answered yes. Well, I'm glad kasi mas mataas yung percentage ng mga sumagot ng tamang sagot. Yeah, stress cannot be eliminated. Bakit? Kasi nga parte na siya ng ating system. Ang pwede lang natin gawin is to control and to handle stress properly with proper coping techniques. Diba, Joven?
Yes, tama yan. Thank you, Lander, for enlightening us. Ika nga nila, love is in the air. Ganon din ang stress. It is inevitable and we can only just control it. For my last and million-dollar question, is stress by itself a mental illness? I want to hear it from you guys. So choose the best response from our poll showing in front of your screen. Ayan. Uy, majority ng ating respondents says no. So that's good to hear. And there you go. I have now the majority of the responses. I'll share the results right away. So yeah,
Okay,
there
ano
you
kaya
go.
yung result? Curious. Oh, yan. Very good. 95% answered no and 5% answered yes. Well, to answer you, I'm very glad na kahit pa paano feel ko may natututunan na kayo, no? So stress in itself is not a mental illness kasi sabi nga natin, stress is normal reaction of our body. It's not a mental illness pero pwede siyang makakontribute or makapag-induce ng mental illness kapag masyado nang mataas yung level or madalas na natin siyang nararanasan katulad na nga lamang ng episodic acute stress or chronic stress.
Ayan. So since we have debunked our 5 myths about stress, I just want to thank you all for participating sa ating polls. And I'm hoping na ganito pa rin yung energy nyo up until the end of the program. Well, since we are done now with our second segment, we are now handing our stage to Miss I to facilitate ang ating icebreaker. Take it away, Miss I.
Okay, hi everyone. Gising pa ba ang mga tao? Okay, so we've come to the segment where nahinihintay ng iba. Ito na yung chance nyo manalo ng GCash. So for our icebreaker, we're going to play Guess the Gibberish Phrase. So to define gibberish, it means unintelligible or meaningless language. So let's take a look at the mechanics of the game. Okay, first, the participants, kayo, will be given a group of meaningless and unrelated words and decipher them into real phrases or words before the time runs out. Each given gibberish phrase is related to stress and will be given or read by the host. The participants have 10 seconds to answer and to write his or her answer in the chat box. Pero kung wala pang makasagot ka agad, we can extend the time limit. So, the first to comment the right answer will be the winner ng GCash. But remember guys, to only type your answer when I say go. Okay? So, before we actually get to the real thing, let's have a trial first. Okay. So this is our starter phrase. This is the first gibberish phrase. Doping, breathaling. What do you think this phrase is? Chat it in the box. Go. Ayan. Okay, so yes, tama si Ange from NUB. That means deep breathing. So, nagets ba ng others? So, let's proceed to the actual phrases na where you can finally earn your GCash. Okay. So, first phrase is pray ties to see elf scars. What does this gibberish phrase mean? Chat your answers in the chat box. Go. Okay, so okay, let's extend. Ayun, meron na. Okay. Thank you, Miles from BISU. Yes, the answer is practice self-care. Okay, let's proceed to our next phrase. The next phrase is Björn ut. Wait. Excited. Okay. The next phrase is Björn ut. Guys, please chat only when I say go. So, go. Please chat your answers. Okay. Ayan, nag-well na yung chat. Okay. I'll consider yung kay Alex kasi siya yung nauna dito. Okay. Congrats, Alex, for getting the answer. Okay. It's burnout. The next phrase, Guys, remember, wag tayong mag-wild. Hintayin po natin yung go ng yung go ko. So the next phrase is real faxation. So what is this phrase? Chat it in the box. Go. Okay, may nakasagot na. Okay, so sayang kay Latral no na mali ng spelling, but the answer is relaxation. Congrats ulit kay Miles, may 2 points ka na sa GCash. Wow. Okay, so our next phrase is emotion reguyuk A. So chat your answers in the box. Go. Okay, may answer na kaagad. Okay. So the gibberish phrase translates to emotion regulation. So congrats to Ash from UB. Okay, this is our second to the last phrase. So otter welling. What does this gibberish phrase mean? And chat your answers in the box. Go. Okay, mabilis. Congrats to Trisha from PLM. The answer is overwhelming. Okay, last chance now for the others. Okay, so the next phrase will be corn ick stores. What does this phrase mean? Chat it in the box. Go. Sayang. Go guys. Okay, meron na. Congrats, Latrell. It's your comeback. Tama yung sagot mo. It's chronic stress. Pero close enough yung cortisol. It's related. So that's it for our icebreaker. Congrats sa lahat ng nanalo. We will contact you and to get your GCash info so that we can send in your prizes. So now I'm passing the baton to Miss Jam for our third segment. So take it away, Jam.
Thank you, Miss I. Hello. Sana nag-enjoy kayo sa icebreaker. So, hi everyone. Kumusta naman ang lahat? It's 1:40, no? Sana nag-lunch na ang lahat. So, first, let me introduce myself. Ako si Jam. I am a clinical intern, also from Seoul Psychological Services. So, I am a fourth-year BS Psychology undergraduate. So, welcome to this segment entitled Stress Less, Live More. So in this talk, we will be discussing healthy habits for stress management. So as we mentioned a while ago, it is a natural part of life, but it's important to learn how to manage it effectively so it does not control or take over our lives. So before anything else, let's start with some activities or exercises to help you more feel like relaxed and more grounded. So I'm going to guide you guys and let's do it all together. So I want you guys to pay attention in this poster. So anong nakikita nyo dyan? You have there a girl placing her palms on her chest and the other on her belly or on her tummy. So what we will do is you will breathe in through your nose for a slow count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? After breathing in, you have to hold your breath for a count of another 4 seconds. After holding your breath, you have to exhale through your mouth naman, no? For another 4 seconds. And then we have to pause for another 4 seconds before breathing back in again. So I hope you get the instructions. So first, I hope that you also are in a comfortable space or a comfortable position right now. You are sitting in with your back straight, or if you're lying down, that's perfectly okay then, for as long as no one or anything is disturbing you. So go lang. But if not, go find yourself a comfortable space, please. So, magawa natin siya ng mas effective, no? So, I'll give you some time to find a comfortable space and position. So, can you guys type in pala kapag ready na kayo to do breathing exercises? Type in the word relax. Ayan. Buhay pa ba ang ating mga participants? I hope you are, ayan, thank you. So, ayan, thank you so much for that response. Ayan, so mukha namang ready na ang lahat. So, yeah, nasa comfortable space na tayo. And now, I want you guys to close your eyes. If you're comfortable with it, please do so. Close your eyes and place your palm on your chest and the other one on your tummy or on your belly. So, yeah, breathe in through your nose with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slowly exhale through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's pause for another 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's do it again. I want you guys to feel the sensations all over your body, on your chest and on your tummy. Let's breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so how was it, guys? So now open your eyes na. So I hope that helps. You can actually repeat this cycle of breathing in and breathing out for several minutes, focusing on the rhythm of your breath, as well as the sensations in your body whenever you feel so overwhelmed, you feel anxious or stressed. So I hope that helps, no? So ano pala guys, does anyone know kung ano specifically yung tawag sa deep breathing exercise na ginawa natin? So can you guys type in the chat box, please? Part din to ng Gcash, di ba, mga host? Ayan, go guys.
Yay.
Baka may nakakaalam.
Sagot lang. Kumikita kabuhayan lang tayo mga guys. Masagot lang ng sagot.
True lang. Go guys. May idea ba kayo? Any guess? Like, it's 4444. So ano kayang meaning nun? Like, you can see in the picture, guys, like what form of breathing it is. What's the right descriptive term? May nakakaalam ba?
Baka naman ano dyan, Miss Jam, ang tag dito. And,
Oh my God! May
Meron
nakasagot na.
oh my
So
God.
thank you so much, Ram. Ram, Ezekiel. So ayan, may Gcash din to. Ayun, very good naman pala si Ram. So yeah, tama no? This is called box breathing or also known as square breathing. So it is named that way because of the pattern 444 na ginawa natin kanina. So it is very easy to remember. It can be used as a simple tool to help you regulate your emotions and your breathing, especially in the moment of situation na stress kayo. So let's now move forward, no? This time, another exercise naman tayo. So yeah, now I want you guys to focus your attention to your senses. Okay, focus your attention to your senses and identify 5 things that you can see around you. So look around your room. Notice 5 different objects or things around your environment. So it can be anything, no? It can be, so I have here my phone. I can see my phone. I can see my laptop. Nakikita ko kayo, no? I can see the walls. So if you have their picture ni Crush, no, picture ng jowa nyo, sana all, di ba? So yeah, anything that you see right now, name it kahit sa mind nyo lang. Okay, so I hope you guys doing it na. Next naman, identify 4 things that you can touch. Okay, touch naman tayo, no? So, it can be your chair, if nakaupo kayo sa chair right now. And it can be your clothes. So, yeah, touch your clothes. And so, feel na feel nyo. So, anything that you can touch within your reach. So, yan. Okay, so I hope nagawa nyo na. And now, focus naman on the 3 things that you can hear. So it can be the sound of your electric fan. It can be the sound of the air conditioner. So if you have there with your pet dog or your pet cat, ayan. So I hope you can hear them in your surroundings. And next naman, focus on the 2 things that you can smell. So it can be any scent, no? So now I'm smelling my skin. Yeah, I'm smelling my hair. Ayan, amoy lang kayo dyan. So if you have there your coffee with you, sana all nagka-coffee na. Ayan, you can smell it. Or any drink that you have there. And finally, last one, focus on one thing that you can taste. So, yeah, sabihin nyo naman, Miss Jam, dila-dilaan namin yung mga gamit-gamit, mga bagay dito. Syempre, hindi naman ganun. So, it can be the taste of your lips. Lip bite kayo dyan. Yan, it can be the taste of your mouth. Ayan. Importante, maramdaman nyo yung sensations. Ayan. So, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoy the technique na ginawa natin. So, ano naman kaya yung type ng technique na ginawa natin? So, does anyone know? Can you type in the chat box kung ano yung ginawa natin? Do you have guys any idea? Okay. Okay. So, ang gagaling ng participants natin, no? Tama, no? Pero ang ko-consider ko is si MCJ, no? Estares, no? So, very specific yung sagot niya. So, very good. Good job. So, yeah, ang tawag sa ginawa natin is what we call a grounding technique, no? And specifically, a form of a grounding technique, yung sagot ni MC, is the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. So, great job. Ayan. Ayan, daming nakahula, 5 senses. Malapit-lapit na. So, yeah, thank you so much, guys. So, yes, that is called grounding technique. So, this technique can help you to feel more present and connected to your surroundings when you feel stressed or in order for you to create a sense of calm. So, how does grounding technique does help, no? Physiologically speaking, grounding techniques can lead to heightened cortical arousability and decreased limbic arousability. So the cortex, itong part ng brain natin, it is responsible for our conscious thought, our perception, and decision making. While the limbic system naman, it is responsible for our emotions and for our fight and flight response. So yung fight or flight response rather ay natural and adaptive response siya ng body natin whenever it perceives danger, threat, or stressful situations. So by using these grounding techniques, individuals can stimulate the cortex, yung part ng brain natin, and it can make them feel more at the present moment and they may be more aware of their surroundings. So with that, yung limbic system din natin, nagde-decrease siya ng activities. Kaya naman, it can reduce emotional reactivity or yung feelings of distress natin. So that's the physiological aspect behind the grounding technique. Next, how do you guys handle your emotions ba? Like, are you the kind of person who suppresses yung emotions nila, ina-avoid nila yung emotions nila? Kasi po, Miss Jam, di ba? ang sakit po, ayoko na pong masaktan, manhid na po ako, ganon. Like, kaya susuppress ko na lang po or i-avoid ko na lang. So, may ganon ba sa inyo? Ano ba ang mga way ng pag-regulate niyo ng emotions? So actually, guys, there are dangers whenever we suppress or we try to avoid our feelings or our emotions. So it can actually build up, it can grow bigger, and it can lead us to do self-destructive behaviors. So our emotions, they need to be processed. So make sure na napaglalaanan nyo siya ng oras. You have time to pause for a moment and process the emotions. Like, it's okay and perfectly human to feel these emotions. It's important na ma-acknowledge natin yung mga emotions na meron tayo, no? Na acknowledge that it's there and we can do positive things or coping about it. So, emotion regulation, it involves the ability to understand, express, and manage our emotions in a healthy way to produce healthy outcomes. So here are some tips for emotion regulation. So disclaimer lang guys, these are just tips and what works for many may not work for you, no? So you can try or navigate which technique works best for you, no? So yeah, some emotion regulation techniques or tips are practice deep breathing, yung ginawa natin kanina, no? Na box or square breathing. Next naman, you can do practice mindfulness. So, sa mindfulness naman, here you have to focus on your breathing as well. So, you can imagine feeling every part of your body, like feel your head, down your feet, or your sole, or your ankles, yeah? So, as you continue to focus on your breathing, you begin to notice the areas in which you feel tension or you feel discomfort in your body. So you may feel na your hands are tired. Ayan, you may feel that your back is aching. So without judgment, simply observe these sensations. So after that, you can also imagine a warm light entering your body with each inhalation that you will do. And then you hold it and you exhale. Imagine that light spreading throughout your body so that it can go away the tension or discomfort that you're feeling. So yeah, at the same time din pala, while you do deep breathing exercises sa mindfulness, you can give some affirmations to yourself. Like for example, I feel so safe and protected right now. I am calm, I am loved, and I am at peace. So you can do that. You can tell yourself that affirmations, no? So that's are some ways to do or practice mindfulness. Next naman yung tinatawag nga nating grounding techniques. Yung ginawa natin kanina na 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. Also, you can engage in healthy activities that bring you joy. Like for example, you're passionate about doing arts, you're passionate about cooking, cleaning. So that's very good. You can do things na or activities that can bring you joy, no? So that it can relieve your stresses. Now, another important aspect of stress management is social support. So I cannot emphasize this enough. We all need people in our lives. We need people who can offer us emotional support, practical assistance, and sense of belongingness. So these people can actually act as a buffer to our mental health. So here are some ways to build your social support. So you can connect with your friends, and your family or your significant other. So spend time with people who care about you and make you feel good. So share your thoughts or your feelings to them, and at the same time listen to their experiences and upbringing. You can also join a support group, no? Joining a support group can actually help you connect with others who are going through the same thing or the same or similar challenges, if not the same. So they can provide you with sense of belongingness, and they can help you feel less alone. Also, you can volunteer, no, in your community. If you're part of your school organizations, your religion, or your religious organizations, that's very great. Volunteering can help you feel more connected to your community, and it can give you sense of purpose. It can also provide you with opportunities to meet other people and make new friends. And lastly, you can seek professional help if needed. No, so there are times na we need more than just breathing exercises. We need more than just social support to cope with stress. So seeking professional help from a therapist or a counselor, psychologist, or mental health providers can be a valuable tool for improving our mental health so that we can cope with difficult or stressful situations. Okay, so another important aspect naman para ma-manage natin yung stresses din natin is doing positive coping strategies and developing resilience to stress. So ang coping strategies these are the behaviors and thoughts we use to deal with stress, while resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. So here are some tips for developing positive coping strategies and resilience. So iba naman guys yung kapag toxic na or toxic resiliency na or nagiging toxic positive na tayo. So doon lang tayo sa healthy ways of managing it. So number one, positive coping strategy is important nga yung physiological aspect, yung mga basic needs natin, no? Exercise regularly. Regular physical activity can actually help you reduce stress and improve our overall health and well-being. Also, you can practice gratitude, no? Focusing on the good things in our lives can help us shift our perspectives and improve our mood. So, try writing down what you are grateful for each and every day, no? So that can actually help. Also, set realistic goals. So, baka naman kaya tayo din na-stress is may mga bagay na gusto tayong ma-achieve or magawa pero hindi siya realistic or achievable. So, setting achievable goals can help us feel more in control of our lives, and it can give us sense of purpose. No? So, important na specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound yung mga goals natin. And lastly, very important to, especially nung nag-hit yung pandemic, practice self-care. So taking care of ourselves is essential for managing stress. So this can include yung mga simple ways, yung mga basic pero nakakalimutan natin minsan, yung getting enough sleep, eating a healthy diet, taking time to recharge or to unwind. Ayan. So practice self-care. So guys, in summary, what we can do to manage our stress better, we can do emotion regulation techniques, okay? We can establish social support in managing stress and have positive coping strategies and developing resilience to stress by having healthy lifestyles. So what we have mentioned a while ago, these are just some tips. What works for others might not work for you. So it's important to find the strategy that works best for you and make them a regular part of your routine. So remember, stress is important and normal part of life, but practicing healthy lifestyle habits, we can learn to manage it more effectively and live a happier and healthier life. So, thank you all so much for today. And I hope na marami kayong natutunan and have a good day.
Ayun, thank you so much, Maria Jamaica, for that very informative and educational tips for the coping techniques. Ang dami ko natutunan, no? So, anytime na may stress ako, alam ko na yung gagawin ko. Ikaw ba, Joven?
So for pinaka-applicable, kasi sobrang dami ko natutunan and sobrang dami kong nalaman na technique. Kasi ang alam ko lang dati is deep breathing. Kasi sobrang magagalitin ako. So usually, inhale, exhale ang ginagawa ko. Ngayon, meron ng bagong information. So I can use that. And if it would be applicable sa akin, and then I'll even use that every day. So ikaw, Lander, do you think like anong mas best technique for you?
Para sa akin, yung best technique pa rin talaga is yung grounding technique. Kasi by doing grounding technique, you can still feel in control kahit na ang daming stressful na nangyayari sa paligid mo or sa mismong buhay mo.
That's correct.
Ikaw ba, Jamaica? Anong favorite mo dun sa mga tinuro mo?
Ako, breathing exercises. Kasi simple lang siya. It's pattern. Yeah. 4-4-4.
Okay,
So,
so
ayun na.
go, Lance.
So,
Sorry. Go.
Yeah. So, let's move with the question. So, ngayon, magbabasa tayo ng ilang mga tanong na galing sa ating Google Forms. So, the first question, ito, basahin natin, no? So, one reason why I am stressed right now is because I'm anxious about my upcoming BLEP. Can you give me some techniques to ease my worries so I can be relaxed while I am studying?
Ako sagot na
Sino
to,
gusto
ha?
mag-sagot?
Ako
Sige,
sagot.
Joven.
Well, yeah, first things first, i-assure mo muna yung sarili mo na yung feelings that you have are valid and normal. Nakakaba talaga since that is a board exam. Pero yung anxiousness na yun, dapat should not be detrimental. It should be supportive. You need to enjoy it while reviewing, not for the sake na need mong makapasa. And after you have established that ground, you'll now be able to relax yourself. You can also do some relaxing technique, whatever that is applicable for you. Kasi hindi ka matututo if you feel anxious while studying. And also look for a support system para mas ma-boost yung ating confidence so we can do our best while reviewing. And it can be your family, your friends, or your jowa, sana all. Well, lastly, having a complete sleep will allow you to gain some learning while studying. So have a complete sleep, boost your confidence with the support system around you, and you just really need to establish you need to assure yourself na kaya mo siyang gawin, na hindi ka mag-fail. Yun lang.
And thank you so much, Joven.
Thank you din.
Ayan. So, let me read through naman yung second question natin, no? For the second question, ay ito maganda. Ang gagaling naman pala ng mga participants natin magtanong, no? So, yeah, let me read. How to handle stress about no label kind of relationship. How to get yourself ready for a closure that won't happen. So, let me read again. How to handle stress about no label kind of relationship. How to get yourself ready for a closure that won't happen. So, Lander, ikaw, mukhang appropriate sa'yo yung question. Do you want to answer?
Pwede naman, sige. Pero ang hirap ng tanong. So sa mga sa mga nasa current situation where you are in a no label relationship, super hirap talaga niyan kasi 'di ba, parang ginagawa niyo yung mga bagay na ginagawa ng mga magjowa, pero hindi naman kayo. So hindi mo alam kung ano ay i-expect nyo. So medyo masakit yun, no? Tapos, paano ma-handle yung stress? Well, for me, to handle the stress, I believe is better you communicate. So, i-ask ko niya na matagal na talaga kayo. So, example, 3 months, 6 months kayo nasa situationship, tapos ayaw ka pa rin bigyan ng level. Tanungin mo, sa tingin mo, saan ba tayo papunta? Yung mga ganong question, alamin nyo, para if hindi ka pa rin kayang bigyan ng label, I advise na i-end mo na. Kasi ikaw, patuloy ka nahuhulog sa taong hindi ka naman kayang saluhin. 'Di ba? Masakit 'yon. tapos how to get yourself ready for a closure that won't happen. I believe that there is really a need for closure na even na wala kayong label kasi you invested time, you invested effort, nag-invest din kayo ng feelings. And if dumating man yung oras na hindi ka pa rin niya kayang bigyan ng closure, not having a closure is already a closure. So I suggest na you move forward and you just love yourself better. Sabi nga di ba ni Miley Cyrus sa kanta niyang Flowers, I can love myself better than you can. If kaya ni Miley Cyrus, kaya mo din. So yun lang.
That's
Ayan.
correct. Yun. Sobrang need talaga na self-love muna before everything else, di ba? So, again,
Tama.
we're down to our last question. So, for the last question, how can I support someone who is experiencing stress? Sino gustong sumagot?
Ako na lang, te. Ako naman yan. Ayan. How can I support someone who is experiencing stress? So thank you so much for that wonderful question. So first of all, I'd like to commend you for asking this because you have a good heart. You want to help someone who is experiencing stress. So what you can do is you can listen. So basic lang, pero yeah, it's important. Be a good friend to the person. Allow him or her to express her feelings and her concerns without judgment or interruption. So let them know na nandyan ka, you are there, and you care for them, no? You can also give some words of affirmation or you can offer some words of encouragement. So encourage the person to take care of themselves. Sabi nga ni Lander, ayan, by engaging in activities no na nai-enjoy ng person na yon, no? Pwede rin naman na i-affirm mo siya with his or her strengths and positive qualities. You can also offer some practical support if the person is struggling with daily tasks niya sa job niya, sa work niya, or sa school. You can help her or him sa paggawa ng chores, sa pagsa-study, or you can run errands for him or her. So also, I'd like to point out na know when to refer the person. So if the person is having symptoms na it's severe, it's long-term, or it's chronic na, so encourage them to seek professional help na from a mental health provider. So offer them help, offer them finding the right resources and provide him or her support during the process. So ayun lang, I hope that recommendations help.
Ayan, thank you so much, Jamaica, for that answer. And I hope na nasagot namin ng maayos yung mga tanong nyo. If may mga tanong naman kayo, don't worry, pwede nyo kaming i-message sa aming mga email, tapos we'll try to answer pa din para, proper education. So, ayan. And for us to have our closing remarks, let me call on Ms. Sharina Sanglay again.
It has been a pleasure to be with all of you today. Gusto kong sabihin sa ating speakers na ang ganda ng presentation ninyo. Nakita naman yon sa active participation ng ating mga attendees na sinamahan tayo hanggang sa huli. And to the whole team, let us congratulate one another kasi nagampanan natin ng maayos ang mga tasks natin at sa lahat ng efforts. Therefore, I conclude that the purpose of this webinar has been completely accomplished. As I have said earlier, gusto kong matuto o gusto kong magkaroon ng fruitful insight from this webinar. And yes, I got it. Marami talaga akong natutunan na pwede kong ma-apply dito sa akin, dito sa trabaho ko. Kasi stressful talaga siya. And I believe na kayo din may natutunan. At yung mga natutunan nyo yan from this webinar, I hope it will help you a lot in many aspects. Finally, on behalf of our group, I would like to express my gratitude sa lahat ng nag-participate today. Maraming salamat sa oras na inilaan nyo para sa amin. and most especially sa Soul Psychological Services na nagbigay sa amin ng chance to facilitate this webinar. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Now, I would like to close my remarks and I officially announce the end of this webinar session. Muli, maraming salamat.
Ayun. Thank you so much, Miss Sharina Sanglay, for that very heartfelt closing remarks. Kaya mo, marami din ako natutunan. Ikaw ba, Joven?
Siyempre, sobrang dami kong natutunan today. And I'm hoping na sana marami din natutunan yung mga audiences. Kasi I don't want naman na ako lang yung maraming natutunan. Gusto ko rin na kayo din maraming natutunan. Kasi
Yeah.
magiging mas helpful kasi siya sa atin. So, I hope na sobra tayo na ma-apply natin yung mga natutunan natin today to our everyday life.
Nakakatuwa nga no kasi ang daming nating audiences galing pa sa iba't ibang mga eskwelahan. And ayun, we thank you so much for participating and being an audience for this webinar.
Yeah, we
And
want
also-
to- sorry.
Yeah.
Sige na, Glenda, go.
And also, we would like to thank Soul Psychological Services for bringing us this opportunity for us to do this webinar. Yeah, ikaw ba?
And I also want to thank syempre si Miss Jam na tumulong sa atin sa pag-construct ng ating psychoeducational program. And kay Miss Karen Sol, ating head
Clinical
ng
Director.
Yes. So sobrang thankful kami for giving us the opportunity to share our learnings and to share our insight to our audiences today.
And ayun guys, for our photo ops, may request everyone to turn on their camera. Just a quick photo ops lang guys. Ayan, kitang-kita na natin yung mga nagagandahan at nagagapuwang mukha ng mga ating mga audience.
So let's start to take a picture na ba? Sino magte-take ng picture sa atin lahat?
Si Miss I.
Ayan, Miss I. So,
Take it away.
sabihan mo kami kung ready na. Aba, mamaya naka-walkie pala ako eh.
Okay, candid. Okay. Everyone, pa-on lang ng cam. Sige. So, first page, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, wait, save ko lang. Okay, so second page. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you. Yun lang.
Ayun. So, thank you all again for
Thank you so much guys.
participating
Hope
to
you
our
you learned a
webinar.
lot in this webinar. God bless.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye-bye. Till next time.
See you.